What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another chart breakdown video. Today, I'm going to be going over the pound yen chart, breaking down all of the levels and redoing the scenarios for the rest of the week. I'm also going to go over the pound yen trade that I took this morning to make 1.5 hour during the London session. I called out my idea beforehand in the Discord channel as well. Stay tuned until the end to see that. Let's get right into it. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube video. It really helps me out and helps the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description for the Discord community. It's free to join. All of the traders on the floor are using this Discord chat. And in the trade chat, we type in our ideas for the morning every single morning. Let's get right into the analysis now. So the lines on the chart, we have purple, green, and yellow lines. The yellow are the daily levels. The purple are the 4-hour levels, and the green are the 1-hour levels. So yesterday's daily candle, we had a really bullish candle, strong close. And then we look at today's candle. So on today's candle, right now, it went down, rejected long. We have to see where it finishes for the day. It could finish as a doji candle, which shows weakness. It could also finish as a very strong bullish candle. So we'll have to check in tomorrow during the London session to see how strong today's close is. Something to note, which we'll see on the lower time frame as well, is look at this high right here. I'll put a little circle over it. And then look at this high right here. So right now we have a lower high forming. And then on the lower time frame, we have another lower high, which I'll show you right here on the 4-hour. Another lower high right here has formed. So we have to see, the chart is still moving right now. So we have to see where this finishes for the day. Price could break back above this high, or maybe even break this high and invalidate the lower high idea. We'll have to see again where it's at. This morning and overnight last night, we had a big, strong push up. It retraced the whole move and then rejected back up later in the day. A few new levels that we have. We have a level here, which was the one from last week, actually. That was the 181.50 area. Price rejected off of it again. The 4-hour level is really interesting here because, as you can see, price did not give a close below this 181.80-ish area. Multiple rejections on this level, super important. Okay, really strong bullish candle more recently. I want to see what I'll be looking for tomorrow during the London session is, does price retest this high and reject, or do we get a close above this high? This will be pretty telling of the direction for tomorrow's move. If we maintain these lower highs, I may be more interested in a short, even though this looks more like a long. The momentum looks more like a long. So that'll be a little nuance for tomorrow's trading. These are all the levels. You can copy them down. Just take a look at the numbers. The main levels that I'm going to be looking at are the 181.80. If we can get a close below there. I'm also going to be watching this level, 180.50, and I'm also going to be watching this 182.80 to around 183 area. This is super important. So I'm going to go down onto the 1-hour. Let me get rid of these big circles. Okay, so very strong bullish move up here, taking out a lot of these sellers. So let me draw out a couple of the scenarios that I'm going to be looking at for tomorrow's trading. Obviously, this depends on the daily close for today, so it might not be completely accurate, but I'll give it my best shot anyway of what I'm going to be looking for. So right now, I could see price retesting, coming up to this 182.80 location and going short from there. This would complete the lower high idea that we had. It's just a little trend line so you can see. Another option that we could see is price to continue long, break this level, pull back to it, and then keep going long. At this point, once we break this high, I would be more inclined to think that there's enough momentum to break this level, but we could still get a retest and a short from here, or it could break this one, pull back again, and keep going long up until the next level at 183.71. That's the next major area, and then the 184 location. Again, based on today's close, we'll have to see how strong or weak it is. If this closes more as a doji candle, so it closes down in this sort of region, Again, I'll be looking more for shorts. It might still retest up again and then go short. If we can break below this 181.80, I'm going to be looking for shorts primarily. I don't expect the Asian session to move that much, but you never know what can happen. So if we get something that looks like this, I'll look to take the short down into the 180.50 area. And then later in the week, so I'm thinking Thursday, Friday trading, especially with the news that we have on the pound later in the week, we could see price all the way down here. If we can break below the 180.50, I'll be looking for continuations, pull back and continuation down into the 179 sort of area. As far as the highs go, if we can break the high, pull back to the high and keep going past 184, I don't know how much movement we're going to have and if we're going to have that big of a push, but always have a scenario ready just in case for Thursday, Friday trading. If we break, pull back, and go long from this 184. That's where the previous rejections were from. So now to jump into the trade that I took this morning during the London session. It was a simple trade, not too difficult. So this is what I saw. Oh, shoot. I saw this big move pre-market during the Asian session. And I was coming into the market right here. This is 3 o'clock. So in Frankfurt, we had this big, strong push down. So if you see what I typed into the trade chat in the Discord channel, I said there is a lot of selling momentum on the lower time frame at the moment. But we had a very strong push up. And if we look again, we zoom out and look at the higher time frame still long. So my intermediate and my higher time frame was long, and intraday was also long. The Asian session low was at this 182 area right here. I wanted to see price come down into here, and I wanted to go long. Let me get rid of this line. So my scenario for the morning was price pulls back into this area, and I'm going to go long. I wanted to see a larger continuation all the way back into the highs again around this 80 area. It didn't give it to me, but I managed to trade well, so I was able to get out with a nice 1.5 hour profit. Let me go down to a 5 minute so you can see a little bit better. So I was looking at this zone here. Let me change the color of the box. So I was looking at the zone like this whole area. I had a limit order waiting at the 182.15 area, but price rejected away out of the beginning of the level, rejected strong. This is called a pin bar candle. This 5 minute candle right here is called a pin bar candle because it comes down, rejects away with a strong wick on the bottom. So once we got this candle, I entered the trade long. I didn't think that price would come down all the way after rejecting so strong. But if it did, I was ready with another limit order, the same one that I had before this trade. And I was just going to take the loss on the first trade and then get in the second position with my stop below the lows. So let me display the long position. So I went long from there with my stop under the wick. And then I had my second position right where my stop was. So if I got stopped out, I got into the second long position. My first target where I scaled out some of the trade was at 182.55. This area right here was, if you look at 55.56, that was the London session high for the day. So when price approaches the high, I wanted to scale out because I knew there could be a reaction from that location, especially since Frankfurt opened, there was a lot of selling momentum. So price came into the VWAP and gave another rejection candle short. I moved my stop up below this wick and I got out as soon as price broke this right here. So that was my management for the trade. Scale at 55 and then move my stop up to here, get out of the trade. Price did obviously go a little bit higher. I hit the VWAP and it rejected from there. Could I have closed for market? Sure. But for me, I still had enough reward on the table going up to 80. to be able to hold the trade, scale, and then try and hold the trade for the long. It rejected away. That's fine. I did good on this trade. I got between 1.5 and 2R on this trade. So it was fantastic. If you have any more questions about this trade, join the Discord and you can direct message me directly and I'll answer any questions you have for me. And I also offer mentorship, 1-hour sessions whenever you want. Direct message me. I'll give you my schedule and we can set something up. That's all for today. Thank you and good luck trading for the rest of the week.